It's day 7 of the Radio Free Skaro Fluid Links Advent Calendar. This one comes from Sarah is Sad on Blue Sky.
Oh, sorry, Sarah.
Yeah. Anyway, the question is, if you could receive a new batch of telesnaps for just one missing episode, what would it be? Wow. Telesnaps. So we're, if you want to go story or episodes, it's fine by me. I'm not even sure what episode is which when it comes to Doctor, because we're so used to watching omnibus versions through our youth. So, telesnaps. Just so you know, telesnaps exist for much of Doctor Who, except for the entirety of the John Wiles era, apart from those 20 shots that Robert Jewell shot of the Feast of Stephen, and none exist for the Space Pirates or indeed the Invasion, or episode 4 of Marco Polo. That's also missing. So if you want to limit your scope to that, or perhaps there were 74 different telesnaps, perhaps from episodes that we already have telesnaps for. That's your parameters. Do you have
more
any
council
thoughts?
weirdos? More council weirdos from Dalek's Master Plan. That's all I ever want.
Yeah.
Just more of those guys.
I'm like a broken record on this one, but the Massacre.
Yeah.
That'd be my choice for newly discovered telesnaps.
We don't even know what William Hartnell's Abbott costume looked like. We don't even know.
Where did, just as a side question to that, the illustration on the novelization, for example, do you know where that came from? Where it was sourced?
He's probably wearing probably a cloak. Probably says in the script he's wearing a cloak. We'll draw him with a cloak, I guess.
I seem to remember like a hat and like a multicolored collar thing.
You're thinking Reign of Terror, I think, aren't you? I think that's what you're...
You might be right.
Yeah.
I think you're right. Yeah, you're right. I think I am thinking Reign of Terror.
The Massacre, he's got like a black cloak and a hood on. He kind of looks like the same costume that Prune Face is wearing in Return of the Jedi.
Could be the same costume.
Could be Prune Face. Maybe using the same cloak. Can it be
Prune Face?
Yeah, maybe Prune Face's cloak in Return of the Jedi is actually the same cloak that William Hartnell wore in 1965 in the Massacre.
He's probably got a real Star Wars name, and I don't want to know what it is. To me, he'll always be Prune Face, thanks to the good people at Kenner.
Yep, absolutely. Prune Face.
Anyway, yes, to go back on track, Massacre is my choice for sure.
Hard to argue with that. I mean, Space Pirates, don't even know what Dom Sigrid looks like. Don't know hardly anything about the Space Pirates. That's why it's so fascinating to me. Maybe the staircase shows up in the Space Pirates. Who knows? We don't know. We just don't know. I'll tell you what, though. I mean, so here's the exciting thing. So Marco Polo doesn't exist, of course. But so up until at least Marco Polo episode 3, the end credits were left justified as they were scrolling up and down. We don't have telesnaps for part 4. We do have for part 5 onwards, and the credits are now centered. Episode 4 of Marco Polo was directed by John Crockett. I always get it mixed up. Was it he who decided, why are we doing this left justified thing? Let's make the credits centered. But we don't have proof of that, and I think we need to solve this one issue.
That is about the most Stephen thing I've ever heard.
Right? Is that something that telesnaps would have caught?
I think so. Yeah, I think he probably took some shots of credits. I think just to say, hey, that person was in that.
Yeah, it would make sense. If you're documenting this, why wouldn't you take pictures of credits?
He certainly took pictures of opening credits, the story and everything like that, so you'd know what they were. Because the telesnaps are basically a service for actors and producers to say, here's a visual representation of the thing that you worked on that will inevitably be wiped or never seen again. So that's kind of why they were valuable at the time. But it's we all make good points here, really. Space Pirates, credits,
Council weirdos,
massacres, council weirdos. The end of the Massacre is probably the one that I want to see too, because that's where we see Dodo for the first time, and there's the really crappy looking TARDIS in the background because they were using the real TARDIS prop in the studio that same day, and I want to know what that crappy. Basically, I want to know how bad things looked.
That should be on a T-shirt. I want to know how bad things looked.
And following on what you said yesterday, Warren, we keep winding up wanting to make Doctor Who look worse, and I want to see Doctor Who at its worst, and that's so.
No, make it look better. You mean?
Yeah. Well, it'll be better by seeing how bad it was, and that would satisfy me. So yeah, let's look how bad things look. Maybe Marco Polo. Maybe the Massacre looked terrible. We don't know. Maybe everything looked bad. Maybe it's better that we don't see anything anymore. Maybe we should just burn all the episodes.
Oh.
Let's never talk about Doctor Who again.